Hello there, Cancer. Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today I'm doing a little bit different of a spread so that you can see the cards a little bit more clearly. And I'd love to have, your comments in the comments section below about, how you like this. Do you like being able to see the cards laid out on the table a little bit more clearly? Or do you prefer, having more of my face in the shot so that you can have more eye contact. So I'd love to have your suggestions. Just trying some new things here. So today we are going to be doing your tarot reading. This is going to be good for the week of September 21st through the 28th. And we'll take a look at the overall energies for your week ahead. And then we'll use the tarot to get some more details about any obstacles, areas of resistance, or advice that Spirit has for you. So let's go ahead and get into it. This is the Sacred Soul Travelers Oracle cards. So let's see what we have. Surrender to the journey. Release control. So, you can see in the illustration here that she's in the boat. And she's, she doesn't even have an oar. There's not a rudder. She's not doing anything. She's just surrendering to whatever is coming forth in the future. And I really like this because a lot of times when we surrender to the journey ahead of us, we're also allowing more magic to come into our lives. And I get the sense right off the bat that by just allowing whatever comes to come will help to bring in some new things for you that you may be trying to manifest or wish for, but it's about giving up control about how they come or even your perception of exactly what they should look like. Really nice. And yeah, look at this. So you have To the Sea. This is your Wisdom Oracle card. Look at the energy. Both of these are about just surrendering, being extremely flexible, being very grateful for whatever comes onto your path. But both of them are in a boat. Neither one has a rudder. Neither one has an oar. Just kind of completely surrendering to the journey that's ahead of you. So really interesting. Now, Cancer, if you've kind of been on this voyage of releasing, especially during Virgo season, and now we've stepped into Libra season, and it's about bringing more balance into your life. And, my guides just said, if you look like both of them, she is, and gender doesn't matter, but in this illustration, she's standing in the boat and, over here, she's just sitting. But it doesn't matter. It's kind of like you're moving on to calmer waters, that Six of Swords energy of moving from more turbulent waters into more calmer waters. But once again, they're just allowing. The waters are actually pretty peaceful here in the illustrations, and it's about bringing balance. Like no longer are you going to feel like your boat is rocking or your world is rocking. It's this energy of things are coming more into balance for you. And then Divine Matrix. Now this card indicates that you are starting to see the bigger picture of how things come together in a certain way, and it's all because Spirit is bringing these in for you. This is also a master number. It's number 44. Fours are about bringing in foundations, strong foundations for yourself. Like you have Cancer, you've had a little of a rocky time, but look at the waters in these illustrations. They're so much more calm. And what you didn't perhaps realize when the boat was kind of rocking back and forth was that whatever you were going through during Virgo season was to help you to release some of the things that you needed to release in order to come into this calmer, more balanced Libra season. It's a really nice energy of you starting to realize you're going to look back over the last, I would even say like 3 to 6 months. and kind of almost start to realize, oh my goodness, how those things kind of worked out for the best. Like, I thought that that was, something that was really difficult. And it was difficult at the time, but now it's almost, I get this sense that you're almost like giggling or laughing, just really happy about how things have worked out, that you're starting to understand that how something in the past that may have been very difficult or painful is now bringing you into a much more stable environment. So it's a really nice energy of almost kind of like understanding how all of this has come together to work in your favor, Cancer. Okay, so that is the message I'm getting, that whatever you've gone through, it is now coming into play to work out in your favor. Okay, so we're going to look at your present energy, areas of resistance or obstacles on your path, advice from Spirit, and then finally the outcome. So right now, Wheel of Fortune, I'm not surprised. This is, the wheel is turning, and it's turning in your favor. And when I looked at the time on the clock when I pulled this, it was 5:55. Another master number. About things coming into change, like changes needing to be made. And I feel like you've made those changes. You know, you kind of had to surrender to the journey. There were things in your life that you could not control. And you kind of almost had to throw your hands up and just say, okay, universe, I believe in you. I know you're going to take care of me. I'm just going to go along for the ride. And now all of a sudden you're coming into this energy of realizing that by doing that, you're stepping into this beautiful energy of things coming into balance for you, but also blessings that are coming on your path. And if you notice, look at all these gears. They all have to work together in order to turn and have the blessings come your way. Well, that's the same exact thing as the divine matrix. With the divine matrix, it's everything has a purpose. Everything that we go through, whether it's painful or joyful, it all has a purpose. And it's kind of like each one of these gears had to move in a certain way at a certain time for all of these blessings to come onto your path. Really nice energy, Cancer. It's, a sense of just kind of like feeling really grateful. In my heart space, I just have a really, grateful feeling for all of the things that are coming, your way right now, or in, the next couple of weeks. Okay. Your obstacle or area of resistance is temperance. This is patience. In fact, I feel like what you have been through for the last 3 to 6 months is to help teach you patience, is to help you to realize that good things come when you do wait. And you don't make rash decisions or, change your mind in midstream. It's about allowing things to work out exactly how they're supposed to work out. And on the bottom, you have Ace of Pentacles, a lovely energy, a new offer coming your way. I feel like for a lot of you, you may have, kind of almost like worked out, old karma or something like that. Like these gears, to me, it's just kind of like, I'm getting the sense that these are all like lessons that you had to learn, things that you had to go through in order to step into this new energy. And it took a while. You had to have a lot of patience to get through this, but you did. And by doing that, you're going to get the rewards coming your way. Really nice. Okay, so let's go to your advice from Spirit. Let's see what we have there. Oh my goodness. Justice. So this is, a Libra season, and we just started Libra season. So this is, things are going to come into balance. And I feel like this is over the next month, during Libra season, that the things that were out of balance are now coming into balance. And look at all three of these cards are major arcana. This is like a very powerful time for you, because you do have all this major arcana, and it really is about just the surrendering to your journey and allowing the things, to allow yourself to go ahead and look at wounds that maybe you needed to heal, or lessons that you needed to learn, karma that you needed to clear out. Like, you've taken the time to do all of that. And because of that, you're stepping into a new path, but it's a path that's going to bring you so many blessings. Really lovely. And then, oh, look at this King of Cups. And, you know, Cancer, this is your energy. You know, the Cups energy, having more control. The King of Cups is somebody that feels deeply, has a lot of emotion, but at the same time has learned how to control their emotions. And once again, I'm getting this sense that, you know, what you've been through over the, you know, maybe 3 to 6 months or something, you've had to learn how to surrender, that you couldn't control every single thing that was on your path. And it's taken a lot of patience to get through this. But these different lessons, and once again, the gears are being pointed out to me, these different lessons that you had to go through. And maybe there wasn't just one major thing. Maybe you had to go through a lot of, you know, I'm not going to say they weren't painful, but you know, just little things that just kept coming up on your path. Maybe people in your life that you had to let go, or situations that you had to let go, or a job that you had to let go, which led to other things that you had to let go, like coworker friends that, you know, now you're not going to see as often. But there's like all of these things that you had to kind of get realigned. It's kind of like, you know, when you go and take your car in to get the tires realigned, it's kind of like you had to realign all of these gears so that they would work again and work together. And that's what you've done. And because of that, you've been able to gain control over your emotions. So in the past, perhaps, you know, if something came on to your path that was upsetting, you may have felt, you know, extremely emotional about it, or, you know, reacted in an unfavorable way. And I'm not saying that you were completely out of control, but think back to how when something would trigger you, like let's just say, you know, you're stuck in traffic. You know, in the past, would you have had moments of, you know, road rage, or start, you know, even if you didn't actually act out on it, you know, maybe you were thinking, you know, unkind thoughts about the drivers around you, or the person that cut you off, or something like that. And now it's kind of like you've gotten into this energy of realizing it's okay. Like, does it really matter that that person cut in front of me? I may not like it or something, but maybe they're going through something that's, you know, not easy. And it's kind of like, you know, allowing things to happen, and just to realize, okay, I don't have to act out. And I think that that's the lesson, or the voyage that you've been through over like the last 6 months. Maybe, you know, because we even have the autumn equinox. So since the spring equinox, these are lessons that you've had to learn about how to just step into your energy, to feel deeply, to have strong emotions, but not to kind of overreact with things. And then look at this on the bottom. We have the Chariot. Moving forward, you know, in a wonderful way. Like, it's kind of like, you know, your emotions in the past may have prevented you from actually going and doing the things in your life that you really wanted to do. And now all of a sudden, it's kind of like, okay, I have my emotions under control. I've learned how to do that. And now I can take my emotions, I can use my emotions in a wonderful way and move forward in such a lovely direction. Just moving forward so quickly, knowing that you have, you know, control over your emotions, and that you're not going to overreact, or you're not going to give up if an obstacle comes on your path. It's just such a freeing. I get this energy of you're just like feeling so much freer now that you've gone through this, you know, this time of surrendering to the journey, right? You just like, you're kind of like ready for anything. It's a lovely feeling. I honestly have like a feeling of feeling lighter. Like, you may have that sense over the next couple of weeks or something. There's just this sense of feeling lighter. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify these with the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my goodness, look at this. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this is taking some time. That's that Temperance energy coming in. But, the Knight of Pentacles, the nice thing is that it's taken a lot of time, but the other thing is that it builds a much stronger foundation for you. You are so much stronger now than you were before. It's helped you to build a much stronger foundation that you can step forward. Look at this. Both the Empress and the Fool card. These are both energies of stepping into something new, building a new life for yourself. Turning the wheel on the past and saying, okay, whatever happened in the past, it is now definitely in the past. I have all my gears moving in the right direction, and I am moving forward, and I'm stepping into this brand new energy. I also want to point out all three of these cards are major arcana. So you are really stepping into a very powerful time. And then we have the Two of Cups. Now, this could be a new soulmate coming onto your path, because I really get the sense, Cancer, that you are vibrating at a very high frequency right now, because you have gone through all of this. And it's kind of like this sense of, oh my goodness, I can accomplish anything. And if you don't have someone in your life like a true soulmate, and you're kind of looking for a true soulmate, this also kind of indicates that you are vibrating at a high frequency so that you can bring in a true soulmate, somebody that's really going to love you for who you are. Now, look at how the two hands intertwine, and then all of this magnetic energy, right, is coming off of the two hands. It's this sense that, you are just stepping into something new. The Two of Cups can also be the sense of just truly loving yourself, making choices that are good for you. And this is your present energy. It's just such a sense of, okay, I can really take on the world. I can do whatever it is that, I want to do or I need to do. Okay, I'm going to pull these down because I just realized they're a little out of the camera shot. There we go. Okay, so let's take a look at the Temperance. So with Temperance, we have Four of Cups, Five of Cups in reverse, Queen of Wands, King of Cups on the bottom. So here's that King of Cups energy again. So, the Temperance card, this is your resistance. You haven't, you don't want to be patient enough. This whole lesson is about teaching you about patience. That good things come when we do wait, when we don't try to control and push and perhaps get our way, or just have things come to us in a much faster way. Sometimes we have to take the time to build things correctly, to make the foundation super strong. So we have the Four of Cups. This is, a discontent, just feeling like, oh, is this ever going to work out for me? Is a love ever going to come my way? Or am I ever going to get the job that I really and truly, love? Or the house or the city? Nothing is horrible, but nothing is exactly making me extremely happy. And then we have, the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is a sense of, feeling like, the three cups have spilled and you still have the two cups, but you're not looking at those two cups. You're only looking at what has gone wrong in the past, but it's reversed. And I love this because it's about the sense of going ahead and taking a look at what happened in the past, and then also being grateful for those things that were painful, because you realize that they are giving you the inspiration to move forward in your life. Now, this is in your area of resistance. I think this is what you have been having to overcome, is to not dwell on the things in the past that have brought you down, have caused you to not be able to, master your emotions. to allow your emotions to control you instead of you being able to use your emotions to move you forward in a positive way. And so I think that this is a true indication that you are coming into this energy of learning how to use your emotions as a benefit. And because Cancer, you are an emotional sign, you are the cup sign, the water sign. But it's about being able to use your emotions to gain momentum to move forward in a very positive way. So let's take a look at this Justice card. What do we have here? This is your advice from Spirit. So we have the Seven of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Two of Swords, lots of in your head, right? And then on the bottom we have the Six of Wands. This is about victory, about, finally stepping into the arena of the wands. I'm just going to say it that way, because here we have all of this swords energy up in your head, overthinking everything. Overreacting to things. And then with the Six of Wands, it's kind of this energy of overcoming all of that, of gaining, victory over the ego, telling you how you should, or what you should do, or how you should do it, or what you must do. It's this energy of, no, I'm coming from my heart, because the Wands energy is more inspirational. It's more from the heart, whereas Swords energy is all about in your head. And you're bringing this into balance. You're allowing your ego to kind of like fall away and get more into your heart energy. Because what do we have here? When you get control over your ego, over your mind, making the decisions about how to proceed, and you get more into your heart space, that's when you are going to have this wonderful balance in all areas of your life. Whether, it's career, finances, love, family, friends, whatever it is, you're bringing it all into balance. It's so lovely. It is so lovely. I'm really excited for you, Cancer, because it is this sense of, oh my gosh, I have mastered this. This is the one thing that kind of tends to bring all of us down when we allow our emotions to control us, right? And it's like you have really learned that lesson. It's a great energy. Okay, so let's see what we have here. 3 of Wands, 10 of Wands, and 9 of Wands. Chariot again on the bottom. Now, I think it's interesting because here you're gaining control over all of this swords energy, right? I mean, this is difficult energy. The 7 of Swords, the 2 of Swords, even the Ace of Swords. Sometimes that's learning about ourselves, something that it's kind of like, oh my goodness, now I realize why, it's like learning that childhood wound, or you've looked back and you kind of like understand now the why you have acted the way you have acted. And it's kind of like, okay, now I have mastered that. I have victory over that. I don't have to learn that lesson anymore. I've actually, I've accomplished that. Look at, she has her hands up in the V, formation. V for victory. I've done it. I've mastered my ego in this situation. And now look at this. You have all this Wands energy. It's about stepping into your passions. The 3 of Wands is kind of like all of this waiting that you've done. But, she has her surfboard. She's looking out at the sea and she's like, okay, I'm ready to go for it. The 10 of Wands and the 9 of Wands, these are difficult energies. These are things that you have had to put to an end. You've had to learn how to build healthy boundaries, and you've had to learn how to move on from the past. And these are difficult, lessons to have learned. But you've done the work, it's taken some time. I think for some of you, you probably want to rush through that. We have that heartbreak. We break up from somebody that, we thought was going to be the love of our life, or, we lose the job that we just thought was going to be the best job for us, or the business that we start, comes to a screeching halt. And it's kind of like, okay, I've waited a long time. I've had to do a lot. This is the 9 and the 10s. You're at the end of the cycle. You're putting all of this stuff that happened in the past. And now you're ready to, embrace your future. Go out to sea. Once again, the sea is coming into play here. It's about, okay, I get it now. I just have to surrender to this journey. I just have to go forward with a lot of, knowledge, new wisdom, and you're moving forward quickly. Because, the other thing with the Chariot, you have, the dark horse and the white horse. And, the driver of the Chariot, which is you, Cancer, you have to be able to rein in both of them. This is the ego and the heart. You have to be able to rein in the two of them and it goes forward. You can't allow the ego to pull you one way and your heart to pull the other way. You have to get them to work together. You have to bring them into balance. And that's exactly what you're doing. It's so, oh my goodness, it's so wonderful. Okay, so let's go to your creativity oracle card. Let's see what we have here. And, I really love this because I do try to do general readings. And, during Virgo season, it seemed like everything was coming out as a love reading. And I feel like, a lot of that was just having to put down. Virgo season is about releasing things that are no longer good for us. And the Libra season is all about balance. And it really, I think, Cancer, you've stepped across that threshold where you have allowed something from the past to really be left in the past, and you're moving forward in such a wonderful direction. So here is your creativity oracle card, manifestation. Soon you may manifest the goal you focus spiritual energies upon. And I love that because once again, with this Chariot energy, in order to manifest, you got to get these horses to be going in the same direction, right? You can't wake up one day and say, oh, I want to start a new business. And then the next day you go, oh, I want to go see the world, right? I mean, you have to have some focus in your life. And it's learning how to surrender and allow what is going to come onto your path. And at the same time, also kind of knowing kind of the direction that you want to go in, right? Controlling your ego and your heart and getting them to work together so that you can manifest. If you tell the universe one day, oh, I want to start a new business right here in my, hometown, and yeah, that's what I want to do. And then the next day you wake up and you go, oh, wait a minute, I want to go travel the world. The poor universe doesn't know which direction to go in. It just kind of sits back and says, okay, well, when you make up your mind, let us know. And I think that you have been struggling about making up your mind about what direction you want to go in. And now you're getting that clarity. Because remember, you do have the Ace of Swords here. It's about finally getting the clarity about the direction you want to go in. And then totally embracing it. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to, well, this one just popped out, so we'll go with it. Okay, so this is your Lover's Oracle card, and it says, sexual union, honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. Okay, now, I think for some of you, this could be about a soulmate, whether this person is on your path or is about to come onto your path. The other thing is that we also have to remember that each one of us has divine feminine and divine masculine within us. And I think it's kind of like, in a way, with the Chariot card, you've had to not only control your ego and heart, it's also about your divine masculine and feminine, getting them to come into balance, getting them to work in the same direction, right? And by doing this, it's almost like with this Two of Cups, you're vibrating at a higher vibration, so you're bringing in a true soulmate, and at the same time, you're falling, it's almost like you're falling truly in love with yourself. Because for the first time in your life, maybe, for some of you, it's like you finally get it. You know what it is that you want out of life, and you're ready to go after it. Well, Cancer, this is a lovely reading. I am going to leave it there. Once again, I'd love to hear your comments about the spread. Did you like seeing the cards? And I do wish you lots of love and light in this situation and all your situations. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.